Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to be first impressioning, reviewing, and doing a makeup look using some of the products from the new Phase Zero makeup line. So this is a brand that launched this year. They are cruelty free and they're a color brand. So you'll see exactly what I think of the products that I have used in the video, but so far so good. I love the way it turned out. If you want to see the products, let's just get into some swatches. They haven't obviously sent me the whole line, but they've sent me a select few of their newer products for me to try, so I can show you them now. So the first products I'm going to start off by swatching are these metal foil cream shadows. They've got that weird kind of spongy texture. They feel wet to the touch, but they are amazing. So I'm going to start by swatching these. So the first shade we have got is Queen. So it's a nice champagne gold, very light. The next shade we've got is Stargirl. So this one's a slightly warmer gold. It's got slightly more of like a rose gold finish. The next shade is It's Me. And the last shade is Goth Girl. Next I'm going to swatch the 4 liquid shadows. These two here are the coconut metallic shadows, and these two here are the metal veil eyeshadows. So first up we have Gilded. Next up we have Romance. These are the 2 coconut liquid shadows. Next we have Fancy. And lastly we have Shimmer. And these two are the metal veil eyeshadows. And then lastly I'm going to swatch the lip products. So first we have Gingerbread. This is a liquid matte lipstick. Next we have Pink Suede. And lastly we have the lip topper Prosecco Kiss. And this dries to a matte finish. So those are all of the swatches of the products that I got sent, and if you want to learn how I created this look and see exactly what I thought of the products, then please keep on watching. I have already done my foundation, my brows, my concealer, set the concealer, primed my eyes, and I've basically just used my Helen E Stage Eye Primer. It's just the usual product I would use if I was going to do like a really heavy grungy eye, which I am planning on doing today. The first shade, basically I'm just going to be dipping in and out of these 2 palettes from Anastasia Beverly Hills. We've got the Modern Renaissance and the Subculture. I'm basically going to go for like these sort of plummy tones because a lot of the products that I've got from Phase Zero are like nice plummy tones, or like rose gold, or they've got like really nice pinky tones. And yeah, I haven't done like a plum eye in ages, so here we go. So first of all, I'm just going to start off with this shade from the Subculture palette, Roxy, this nice like coral shade. I'm just going to use that as a transition. And I'm going to take that on a Morphe M514 brush. And I'm just going to start right in the center of my crease. So I'm just building this up. I'm not too worried about the blending just yet. So I just want to get this color laid down. And I feel like it's important with this base, just don't apply too much, because I feel like it can just make your lids look really like cakey. Like, you know, when you put too much thick foundation on. I feel like that's what it does to your eyelid. And then with that same brush, I'm not going to pick up any more product. I'm just going to use whatever is left on the brush. And I'm really lightly, like hardly any pressure, just running that along the edge just to help feather the edges out. And I'm literally just feathering that right out to the brow bone and just getting lighter and lighter with my pressure the higher up I get. Okay, so I think we're going to take that underneath the eye as well, just so I can connect up this area and just get it into the shape that I really want it to be. And I know some people like on their lower lash line to work from dark to light, but I don't really have a preference on my lower lash line. I don't really have a preference on my lid either. Sometimes I go from dark to light, sometimes I go from light to dark. So I'm just going to take this shade right here, Love Letter, on this Zoeva 224 brush. I'm just going to use that to start bringing that sort of plum into this eye look, because it's getting a bit too coral up in here. So I'm just going straight into the crease with this. And this shade is great because you can literally build it up to as dark as you want. The more you add, it just keeps getting darker and darker and darker. And I really like that because it means that you can almost like create one look, like a full look with just one eyeshadow if you use it correctly. And I'm going to take that underneath the eye as well. Just build it up so it's like super intense. And then you can always go back in with the brush that you used for the first shade, just right around the edges, just help blend and just give that a nice sort of smoky effect. Okay, now I'm going to switch over into the Subculture palette. I'm going to take the shade All Star, which is this one right here. And I'm just going to take that mainly on the outer corners. And I'm going to go back in with the 224 brush that I used for Love Letter. Just help the edges of that shade blend in. And I'm going to take that underneath the eye as well. And then just going back in with my 224 brush just over everything, just make sure it's nice and blended. So for the lid color, I'm going to go into these Phase Zero foil shadows. They're called Metal Foil Eyeshadows. These like threw me off. I know it's supposed to be first impressions, but I had to swatch them. Like, I got these in the post yesterday, and I did plan on filming yesterday, but then we ended up going out for dinner, and I just didn't have time. So I thought these were going to be like hella foiled pressed powder shadows, but they are actually creamy. Like, I don't know if you can see where I put my finger in there, and I don't think these would apply very well with a brush. What I'm going to do is try it with a brush first, because I haven't actually tried applying it with a brush, and then we'll see how it performs and see if we need to use our finger. So this is the shade Goth Girl. It's like this really pretty plum with like a reflex in there, really, really nice. But yeah, I'm gonna try and apply this with this brush. And it's kind of like not really picking anything up. Might be okay. Let's give it a go. That actually is okay with a brush, but I feel like if you use your finger, it would be way more intense. I just struggle to like use my finger for things because of my nails, but I'll give it a go. I don't really think that made much of a difference applying it with my finger. So I'm just kind of taking this up into the crease area. Just because it has that nice kind of blown out effect and it doesn't just look like stuck a colour on the lid. That's really pretty. I like it. I'm not sure about the texture. I don't think it'd be like something that I reach for all the time, just because I feel like, I mean, it's not hard to work with, but I feel like I would have to use this a few times and just find out the best way of applying it. Because I mean, it's going on really nicely with this brush, but I feel like maybe that could be a different way other than using your finger. Okay, so that is actually really nice. I'm not gonna go underneath the eye with this because I think just it's a bit too glittery for the underneath of the eye. What I'm gonna do is take the shade It's Me. So this is another one. It's kind of like the same texture. And this one's kind of like a light, but it's like got a rosy undertone, like a rosy lilac. And I think I'm just going to take that on the same brush. And I'm just going to pop that right on the center just to give it a little bit more dimension. And then what I might do just to darken up the outer corners again is just go in with the All Star shade just on my Morphe M506 brush and just tap that over the outer corners and then just slightly bringing it in as well. I'm debating whether to put a little bit of this one on my inner corner. I'm just going to take the pointy end from this Kat Von D brush and just pick a little bit of that up. It's really weird, like the brush like kind of digs into it but doesn't really pick much up. I do feel like they are supposed to be used with your finger, but they work just as well with a brush, I think. I feel like I want to use one of these. So these are like liquid shadows. So we've got two that are coconut eyeshadows. So these two here are coconut shadows. They're both like liquid. And then we've got these ones in this like kind of lava lamp effect packaging. And these ones are the matte veil eyeshadows. Matte? I said matte. Metal veil, not matte veil. I feel like either of these two are gonna look nice. So I just want to show you. This one is one of the coconut ones. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera, but it's really liquidy. And then you have the pigment in there and you just shake it. Whereas this one is kind of more of like a moussey, kind of like a more classic kind of liquid shadow, where it has kind of more of a moussey texture. But these ones are really cool because you pull them out and they're not super liquidy on the wand. Dab a tiny bit of this right in the center, just to give it a nice little pop of something. And just diffuse that just so it's not like a blob. And one thing I will say is these are actually really nice, that they go on really nicely, but they do have kind of a chemically smell that, you know, a lot of makeup does these days. I like it, I like it. So I'm just gonna finish off this eye look with a line of black liner just across my top lashes and then some fake lashes. So I'm just using my tattoo liner. And I think I might put some like black on my waterline as well. So I'm just going to use this Marc Jacobs fine liner. So just to blend in the like black harsh line from the line, I'm just going to take Rowdy, which is this like darkest shade in the Subculture palette. And I'm just taking that on a blank canvas E44 brush. And I'm going to run that really close to my lash line. And instead of like swiping it, I'm kind of like pressing it into the black liner. And the shade that I used like from the liquid one was the Coconut Metal Eye Things. And it was in the shade Romance, like a really nice pinky champagne color. Okay, so I'm just gonna go off camera, do my mascara and lashes, and I'll be right back. Lashes are on. I finished off the rest of my skin as well, and then I would just kind of come back and do the lip. So I got sent 2 liquid lipsticks and a lip topper. I'm gonna use definitely gonna use Pink Suede, which is the liquid lipstick. Let me get it out. It's like a pinky nude, it's really nice. I haven't tried them on, so I don't know what the formula is like. But first I'm just going to line my lips using the NYX Sandstorm Suede Lip Liner. And then I'm gonna go in with Pink Suede. So this is what it looks like. Really cute packaging. And let's see if it smells. It's like a mixture between like a slight chemically smell and like chocolate and cakes. So it's actually not bad. Not a bad smell. So I'm just gonna go straight on with that. So it's quite a dry formula. It dries quite quickly. Like, you know, when you pull it out of the tube, it's not super wet. And the actual dough foot feels like kind of dry as well. It doesn't feel like soft on your lip. I'm just going to use my finger just to kind of try and get that a little bit more even. I actually really like that. That's not usually a colour that I would go for because it is like quite pink actually, but it looks really nice. Really, really nice. I like it. It's kind of like different from my usual nudes that I go for. Alright guys, that is the final look. I hope you loved this tutorial. I actually love the way it came out. My eyes feel kind of like watery, but I think that's because I haven't worn this much eye makeup in a long, well, it feels like a long time, at least a few weeks. So yeah, I think my eyes are just a little bit irritated. But I definitely love the way it came out. The eye products that I've used from Phase Zero are really, really nice. I don't know if the camera will pick it up as well, but in person you can definitely see all of the reflex coming out from those cream shadows, and it just gives the eye look a really nice sort of like different pop that you don't usually see like well, you haven't really seen for a while. I mean, I think matte eye looks and just like really structured eye looks are really in, so I like that this is kind of like more blown out. The shimmer is also blown out. It's not got that structured line or anything like that, and I really like the way it turned out. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this look, if you're gonna recreate it, if you've tried this brand and what you think, or if you haven't tried this brand and you are now going to purchase some products. Let me know what you buy, and let me know if you like them. Don't forget to hit like on this video, please. It really helps me out, and it just lets me know what kind of videos you guys like to see. Give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down if you like it. If you don't, at least then I will be getting feedback about what you guys want to see, and I'll be able to put more of that content out there for you. Please be sure to subscribe, join my family, hit the bell icon. You guys know exactly what to do. And with that being said, I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.